Okay, in this video I'm going to be making a box to put my call point keys in, because I have these two boxes here where I put my keys in. So I have two sets of keys here, and I often just put them on top of the panel on there, but if I move the panel they often fall off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a little box with hopefully two little hooks there, so when the box is mounted up I can just hook the keys in it and close it up. So first what you're going to need is you're going to need probably a outdoor IP66 single gang junction box. This one is a British General one. You'll probably want all the holes filled in, because you can just, all the ones on the side you can just push them out. I did have this installed somewhere, but I've taken it down because it was no longer needed. But I got it. But no, that was a different junction box. I actually bought this in B&Q a while back for £5 in the clearance. I think the normal price is about £7. So if you want it cheaper, you're better to get it from Toolstation or Screwfix. So anyway, you don't want the screws in, because you want to be able to just take it off. So what you first want to do maybe is have a little sign like this, just so you know what's in it. Or if you don't want people to know, just leave it blank. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on. I've laminated it so it'll last longer. Now you can sellotape it on in around the edges, but making sure it doesn't come around the edge. But I'm going to hot glue it in. So I'm going to heat the hot glue gun up. I haven't already heated it up yet, so it's going to take a little while. So while we're waiting for that to heat up, which will be about 2 minutes, I'll show you some of the modifications I've done down here. So what I've done is I've now added some Velcro onto this so it stays in place, so I can still use it when it's plugged in, but the wire then just goes away here like this. So that just makes it a bit neater. And also I don't want the keys on display, because if people just come in my room and start messing with the switches or what, and then set it off, because the power isn't actually on a key switch, it's just a standard switch. It's plugged in down there with the orange wire, but people can just set this off and that. What I may do while I'm waiting for it is I'll show how you disable zone 1 if you got it programmed on a delay. So as you can see, these are all the zone 2's in a fault because there's no end of line. There's no batteries in here because I unplug it when I don't use it. So that's all fine. That's how it should be. So what you want to do is you want to enter your code 2143 and then hold the number 3 next option. So hold that until the general disablement light flashes. So at the minute we have zone 1. See how that's flashing? If it's flashing at that, if you press enable/disable, that's now zone 1 disabled. If I press it again, that's enabled. You then press the next option and it will scroll through all the options. Now the one we want is trying to think. Output delays. So at the minute zone 1 is not on a delay. As soon as I press the zone 1 call point it will go off. But if I now press this, it's flashing at the same speed. So I then go up to zone 1 and then you have to exit. So that's now on a delay. So if I now enter the code again, I'll need a key now so I can put a sounder on. So this key here does that one. The socket activate gets turned off as soon as the call point's pressed. But I press it you'll see this is going to start to flash because it's now counting down, but no sounds are on. It's going to keep counting down, but if I press this, you don't have to be logged in to override the delay. I'm now logged out. It's still counting down. So as soon as I press this, it's going to override it. So that's a delay. So you can set them to have delays on so they don't trigger straight away. So if I reset that and then I show, if I do that again, so zone 1's been triggered again. The same's happened, it's counting down. But watch what happens when I put zone 2 into fire. It overrides the delay and starts it into full evacuate. Because the zone 2 is not on a delay, zone 1 is. Anyway, right now the hot glue gun's more than heated up now. As we can see, it's definitely heated up. So with this, what you want to do is you want to turn it over. We can see roughly where it's going. So I'd say just a little thin just like that, and that straight on there. It is hot, so just do take care. But if you put a lot of pressure on it, it should then solidify. So now that's in, I'm going to turn the glue gun off because it's up to temperature. You'll need it shortly though. So now we're in the box. I'm going to need to make 3 little hooks. So what you'll need is you'll need some form of wire. I'm going to use twin and earth, standard 200 fire cable, or just any fire cable will do, as long as it's thick. So this is the wire we're going to be using. I'm going to strip this wire. I'm going to pause the video while I do that though. Okay, that's that wire stripped. I'm going to be using the blue wire. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to hopefully have a little hook here, and then it comes down, and then a hook will come out here. You then bend it back, and then out here, and then it's going to go up and hook into there. That wants to be all one piece. So I'm going to start to bend that now, and I'm going to show you as I do it. Well, not exactly, I'm going to pause it, but I'll show you I'll show when it's finished. Okay, that's what I've started off by doing. You can see how it's all still the one piece of wire. So these are going to be the hooks. I'm going to put a bit of heat shrink tubing on. You don't have to do that, but it just looks a bit nicer. And then I'm going to bend a little hook onto the edge of these, and then glue it all in place. That's the hook there, that's going to hook onto the edge there. See, like that. So it can then support the keys when it's stood up, right? Like that. Or when it's mounted up. So I'm just going to finish bending this into place there, and then I'm going to come back when I've done that, and I'm then going to put the heat shrink tubing on there. Okay, so this is what this looks like now I've put it in. You can see how it actually does hold. It holds well in there just for supporting keys. It's actually good if you make this a bit longer, so it can then keep itself sprung into there, so it latches in. So I'm going to get my box of heat shrink tubing and my heat gun out, and I'm going to put some on there just to make it look a bit nicer. So it looks like it's one thing rather than 2 little wires. Okay, I've got the box of heat shrink tubing here. So I'm probably going to use the red one. I wonder why. That's not very red, is it? No. That's more like it. So what you do with this one is you just push it. See, the bottom bit's open, it doesn't matter. And then you just slide it on the top there. You can see how it's quite big. So I'm going to trim that down. I'm going to do the same on this one as well. So I'm just going to pause it while I trim it, and then I'll come back and show you me actually melting it onto there. Right, so they're now trimmed. You can just see some of the wire in there. That's fine though, because in the name of the item it does shrink as it's heated. So I'm going to plug it in now. It is quite noisy, but that's to be expected. You can't do this with a hairdryer though, because it doesn't get up to enough temperature. It has to be a heat gun. I think this is from eBay or something. You can see inside it's getting quite hot. See, it's starting to shrink. You don't want to keep it on there for too long though, because it could set fire and melt or something. Keep waving it around to it. So we'll have a look on the other side now. Okay, so I'm happy with that. Make sure you leave all your tools out to cool, of course. So I'm not going to put that away. I'm just going to go and put it on my desk. Okay, so now that's done, you want to put a little bend towards the little hooks. So just a little bend like that, so that the keys don't fall off if you do knock it over. Or hopefully anyway, they don't fall off. You see how they're straight, so there's going to be a little bend in them. So I'll come back when I've done that. Now is also the time to put your glue gun back on to heat up, or however you're going to hold it in. So I bought this glue gun. It's £2 from the pound shop, from Poundland. They still sell them, I think. So you get a glue gun. You know, it's actually it's a safe one. So it does meet all the safety standards, I think, and it's probably the cheapest one that I'm aware of that you can buy. So we're going to heat it up and put it in there, just to hold the vitamin. Hopefully you can now see how that's got little hooks in it. So that should then go in there, like this. See, so then when you put your... Nope, just a mat. So when you put your keys in, they stay on there like that. Just find my other core point key. What a surprise, it's on the floor. That's what this box will eliminate. As you can see, as they're in there. Put your junction box cover on. Little core point key box. Open up, they're still in there. See? I don't actually know if that does need gluing in, to be honest. I'm going to glue it in anyway, just to secure it. So I'll come back when I've done that, and then yeah, that's virtually it. Now that's finished. I'm going to tidy up when it's all done, but that's holding in nicely. The glue will take a little while to set. Don't touch it while it is drying. See? Anyway, that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching.